Okay, good morning everyone. Today I would like to present our research entitled The Effect of Outdoor Learning Methods based on Environment Learning Media on Improving Student Critical Thinking Skills among elementary school students. First of all, I would like to start with the context of this research. Um, in the literature, we found the problems among Indonesian students, namely the critical thinking problems, which is some research and also tests prove that Indonesian student critical thinking is low. For example, the PISA test, which rank the Indonesian students as in the 74 out of 79 countries in terms of their critical thinking levels. It was emphasized by several researchers. Result, which conducted in Maluku, East Java, Sumatra, South Sulawesi, and Malang, where all of this, the research stated that Indonesian students' critical thinking is low. We think this is kind of these problems should be solved by giving the appropriate learning methods to the students. So exactly in this research, we want to find out and test one learning methods, which called outdoor learning methods on student critical thinkings. Uh, exactly, we think it is the possible solutions in enhancing the student critical thinkings, because we think that outdoor learning methods provide more student-centered learning rather than teacher-centered learnings. It is because in the outdoor learning methods, the students and the teachers uh, can conduct many learnings, many interactive learning methods such as class discussions, experiments, uh, and demonstrating the concept, findings, new thing in the environment, etc. So exactly, therefore, we think that uh, it is suitable to enhance the student critical thinking, because theoretically, in order to enhance the student critical thinking, we need the student to explore themselves, thinking, finding some things, try to describe and thinking about it, and etc. So the purpose of this research is we want to test the effect of the outdoor learning methods based on the environment and learning media on student critical thinking skills. In this research, in order to test the outdoor learning methods on student critical thinking, we conducted the experiment research, where we want we want to compare the the outdoor learning methods with the traditional learning methods. Therefore, we divided the student into two groups, namely the control group and experiment group. Each group consists of 25 students. So the total participant of the current research is 50 students. In the experiment group, we gave the student the outdoor learnings, and in the control group, we gave the student the traditional learning. After the experiments and collecting the data, we conducted or analyzed the data through through two analyses, namely the descriptive analysis and the t-test. So the results are as follow. Here are the results of the descriptive analysis, where we can see exactly both of the group have the enhancements in their scores. For example, that in the control groups, where in the pretest the score was 46.8, which categorized as the acceptables. It was enhanced in the post-test to 74.2, which we can see here. There is the improvement of the student scores. It also happened in the experiment group, where the student given the other learning methods, where in the pre-test, the student got 60 points. It improved to 84.4 points, which categorized as very good. So in this descriptive analysis, what makes it different is that in the control group, the improvement of the student score is to 84 points, which categorize it as good. And in the experiment groups, the student score was enhanced to 44 points, which categorize it as very good. So exactly the level of students' score is higher in the experiment group. Other than that, we proved the significant difference of the other learning methods with the traditional learning methods through the t-test. But first of all, we conducted the normality and homogeneity test, where in the normality test, the data is proven to be normally distributed. Therefore, the t-test can be conducted. So here are the results of the t-test, which showed the significant value. The p-value is significant. It means that there is a statistically significant difference between the other learning methods based on the environmental learning materials and the traditional learning materials in enhancing the student critical thinking skills. So the t-test exactly giving the prove the significant difference between both learning methods. And in this case, the other learning methods is more significant, as we can see in the means of the control and experiment group here. So our conclusion is that the result indicated that students in the experimental group had higher critical thinking score in the post-test, with the score of 84.40, which categorized as very good, compared to the pre-test with the score of 60, which categorized as good. The students in the control group, which were given traditional learning methods, had higher critical thinking score in the post-test, with 64.20 categorized as good, compared to the pre-test with 46.80 categorized as acceptable. Other than that, the result of the t-test indicated that the p-value was below 0.05, which is significant. It indicated that there is significant statistical difference between the student who taught with outdoor learning methods compared with traditional learning method in enhancing the student critical thinking. So exactly this research proof that the significant impact of the other learning methods in enhancing the student critical thinking skills compared to the traditional learning methods. So that's all the presentations. Thank you.